Yeah. Fresh out the cell with a plan and a boo. Ain't clip beeping, but my heart's beating for you. Let's go. Met her on a prison pen pal site. She said you cute even in that orange light. Now I'm home and I'm free, kinda on probation. She picked me up in a Prius, pure elation. Got a teardrop tat and a heart full of dreams. She brought cupcakes and some government cheese. I said, girl, you a snack, maybe even a feast. She said, you just hungry cause you live with the beast. Love after lockup, wild and free. Got no keys, but she got the key to me. From yard time to FaceTime, look at us glow. From prison phone calls to reality show. Love after lockup, we don't play. Tinder got nothing on JPay. I did my time, now I'm doing hers. Doing laundry and love, both in spurts.
This week on Love After Lockup Lockdown, we are celebrating Halloween with a special Where Are They Now episode based on the couples that we have covered so far from Season 1 and Season 2 of Love After Lockup and part of Life After Lockup. As always, you can find us in our Facebook group and on Instagram at Love After Lockup Lockdown. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Lisa.
Happy Halloween, Lisa.
Happy Halloween. Are you going trick-or-treating?
I am not. I'm going to hand out candy. We got full-size candy bars.
I'm going to go trick-or-treating with my grandchildren. We have thought about sitting outside in our driveway with our fire pit and handing out candy, but I don't know if I actually want to do that. So we just always wind up going trick-or-treating with the kids.
I like seeing all the kids dressed up. Where we used to live, I think we were there, 5 or 6 years, and we had one trick-or-treater the whole time.
Yeah. And the street you're on right now is kind of like a hill, right? So
no.
Do you get isn't it or your houses are up?
No, not here. You're thinking of the old house.
This is the old house. Okay. I was literally just at your house. So that was why you didn't get trick-or-treaters, because it was a hill.
It was a steep hill. I wouldn't have climbed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My 48-year-old brain thinks that you still live on a hill. All right. Doing good. But if you were to, say, go to an adult Halloween party and you could dress up as one of the people we've covered so far on the podcast, who do you think you could go as?
I don't even know how you dress up as any of them. I mean, it's so disrespectful, I don't even want to say it.
Clinton Tracy. I think we could go together, and
That's
one of
Clinton
us could be
Tracy.
Clint, and one of us could be Tracy.
Yeah, but you gotta be late Tracy, where she shaved her head, instead of where she is doing presumably better with the pink.
Well, we could also do 2 versions of Tracy, so you could be one Trace version of Tracy, and I could be the other version of Tracy. So it'd be do you want to be half-shaven head Tracy? Do you want to be after second stint in prison Tracy? We could do wedding.
I heard she was a very nice person.
I did hear that too. I did hear that as well. She did seem like she was nice. And we get in trouble for speaking ill of her because we know she's deceased. But we asked several times in the Facebook group whether or not Clinton Tracy come back in Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup after they were featured this last time. And literally no one could tell us. And everyone was like, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. And I was like, all I want to know is, are we going to get more of Clinton Tracy's story? Because we know they don't end up together and that she has a baby. So I didn't know how much they were going to cover going forward on their relationship, because they kind of just stopped dead in their tracks, where they were going to get married in Vegas and then got married in Vegas and then nothing else. So I wanted to know what happens between that and then her passing away.
Well, I did find out today that they do come back on the show, so we will see them again.
Yeah, I'm glad, because I want to know more. I want to know how this ends. Well, not with her passing away, but I want to know how their relationship ends.
So we're going to start off with our first couple, Jonna and Garrett. And I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. I don't need to tell you guys, they're not still together. We saw that in the update on the season finale.
Yep. And they were a good couple, I guess. One of the better couples, more interesting
Really?
couples, let's say. I think so, from the first season. From the first season, to be fair, because the first season was kind of boring compared to all the rest. But I think they were one of the better ones from season 1. Don't you think? Maybe not so much Jonna, but Garrett. I don't know.
I
No?
disagree.
Yeah, okay.
They were stretching to make them interesting, which is where the whole file thing comes from. Like, there was nothing. I mean, Garrett would go out and cheat on her, but they didn't show that really.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they got a little more ballsy as it's gone on here. Or they figured out that the more juicy stuff that they show, the better the show got. And they kind of were mild. Definitely in season 1, they were definitely mild.
Right.
Compared to now.
So after filming ended, she briefly moved to Tampa, where she was working at a fitness center. And then she settled at this point, as far as I can tell, in Kansas. And she may work as a recruiter. It's so hard to tell what's going on in people's lives if they don't just come out and say it.
Yeah, you just kind of have to, some of these you have to stalk them on their, like, Instagrams, and some want you to because they're public and some are private. So she happens to have a public Instagram, so you can see her new boyfriend, which, yes, he does look like Garrett, because when I first looked at her Instagram, I actually thought it was him, and it's not.
She has a type. That's okay.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she's active on social media, and she likes to show off her dog and apparently shopping hauls. I didn't see any of those, but that's what I read.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Garrett, on the other hand, he had several arrests after they finished filming as recently as 2023, but it didn't seem like any of them were really significant, with any kind of time being served.
I think he did like Life After Lockup. What the heck was the name of it?
Crime Story?
Crime Story or something? Yeah, something like that. Or like, I forget what it's called, but they were on some sort of like a special type deal. They may have also done like a Where Are They Now episode, I think, or season or something. But somewhere along the way, not Jonna, but Garrett comes back with his, you said he's engaged. I thought he was married, but maybe I'm wrong. But they definitely had a baby. I saw that.
Yeah, he's engaged to a woman named Taylor, and they had a baby boy. So there's currently a video that's circulating. It's police body camera, and they're documenting an interaction with Garrett and Taylor because she apparently ran across the street with her top off, and she didn't really have it on when the police were trying to talk to her, and they just kept questioning them like, were you guys hitting each other? You have scratches, you have this, you have that. I don't know. I don't know that she got in any trouble. She said she was drunk and he wasn't.
I had to look for that video. I did not see that.
So at this point in time, she was postpartum, and I don't know, obviously, if that had anything to do with it, or she was just getting rowdy one night after drinking too much. I feel like it was early in the day, though. I think that was part of it. I don't remember, because it's been a little bit since I've seen the video. But regardless, we hope that things work out for you guys.
Yeah. So now we have Lizzie and Scott. Lizzie, since her time on Love After Lockup, has like been very focused on like personal growth and recovery and like self-help and positivity and all this, and she's been pursuing her education to become a drug and alcohol counselor and writing a book about her experiences. She does actually have a book, and it is out, and I'll tell you what it's called at the end here. But she's also very active on social media. She's gained a large following. I believe that her Instagram is now private, though, but it wasn't. So she's been working on repairing her relationships with her family. She moved on from her relationship with Scott. Scott is now deceased, but she did move on from him before he passed away. And so she's focusing on her goals and her personal well-being. For a time, and I don't know how long ago this was, she was dating a man named Drew, but the relationship didn't last long, and Lizzie said it just wasn't working out because she was like busy working on going to school, and she just said that he wanted more time and she just didn't have it. So her relationship with Drew didn't end on bad terms. They stayed friends. They still talk. Well, at the time, I don't this is a long time ago. We don't know whether this is accurate. This is just all we could find. She's just focused basically on staying on the right path in life and basically not going back to her old ways. She did attend Narcotics Anonymous, served as a sponsor. She's involved in church and meditation as part of her recovery journey. And now she's, like I said, working on repairing relationships with her mother and her sister. And also I found out that her mother is an addict and that she hopes that her mother is going to seek help for her addiction. So her YouTube, which you can go to and see and look at all of her updates and stuff, is Elizabeth. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Kommes. It's Kommes. And her book is available on Amazon. It is called A Proverb a Day Keeps the Devil Away.
Well, how about that?
So for Scott, because there's not much about him since Life After Lockup ended, his journey ended on there. So we do know that he's deceased. If the only place you can find someone or anyone saying about why he died or what he died from is on Reddit. Now, I'm not going to say Reddit is like the best place to get accurate information because anyone can go on there and say anything they want to. I couldn't find any legitimate anything anywhere, but someone on Reddit said it was from COPD and heart failure. So we don't know that. So I'm going to read Scott's obituary because it's very sweet. So, and it does tell you a little more about him. So it says, Scott Michael Davey of Oxnard passed away on November 12th, 2021. Scott graduated from Oxnard High School in 1985 and became a commercial truck driver and did that for 27 years, as well as helped many others earn their commercial license. He had many hobbies and interests, especially collecting numerous vintage cars for restoration. Scott was proud to race the BMX circuits along with his son Adam and compete at the national level numerous times. Scott will be missed for his inventiveness, adventurous spirit, ability to give old stories new perspectives, his candor, and humor. He was a generous whirlwind of ideas with no money in his pockets. Who else could unclog a shower with a leaf blower? Survived by his son Adam Davey, daughter Alyssa Cruz, parents John and Mary Davey, siblings Lorena Davey, John McDougal, Bill Cheryl Davey, Wade Beverly Davey, and David Mark Davey. When you see a big right on the road, think of Scott and wave a blessing to his spirit. May the Lord keep him safe. Godspeed, Scott. So I thought that was really sweet.
That's nice. Next up is Lamar and Andrea. And it is very hard to find information on these two. Of absolutely no surprise, Lamar never converted to Mormonism and has returned, I think, multiple times to jail since his time on the show. It appears that he's currently incarcerated as of early 2025. And I found some social media for him, but it's not currently active, which would make sense if he's locked up. Andrea is still active in her Mormon community and continues to preach her beliefs. I don't think she would ever stop. She is active on various social media outlets and recently posted that her divorce from Lamar is final. It appears that all of her socials are private, though. I'm guessing after she posted about the divorce, she was done wanting to share anything publicly. I would be. So if you want to see her content, you're just gonna have to befriend her and maybe she'll let you in.
So in our Facebook group, I said that Andrea and Lamar were divorced because that's what I saw. And I saw it many times. And people in the group came at me and were like, they're not divorced. I just had dinner with them. I see them at my grocery store. This must be Andrea and Lamar lookalikes, or I have no idea who these people are that these people are making up the stories about, but it's not them, because I emphatically have seen many things saying they're divorced. And I felt pretty confident going, they're divorced now. And certain people came at me. And then there were also many other posts saying they're divorced, they're divorced, they're divorced, they're divorced. So as far as I know, and I did see her post also saying that they're divorced. They are divorced and Lamar is in jail.
At least by everything that we can find.
Yeah. Arguably one of the more boring couples. Alla and James. I'm going to tell you that Alla is deceased. Her date of death, which certain stories have it different. So like the best one I could find was August 7th of 2021 of a drug overdose. Can't find her obituary, so don't know if that's the right date. So I'm just going to say what James stated, because they did get back together for a short time. I'm guessing they were together while she passed away. That's kind of fuzzy too. It's very cloudy. It's unclear. So he said on his social media, I don't know how to even process this. Alla, my best friend, my partner, my flame, my other half, my girlfriend, my lover, my support, my patience, my sun, and my moon has passed away. I'm still processing this. I can't believe you're gone. This can't actually be real. I made so many mistakes. Not appreciating you enough is the biggest one that I have ever made. Alla, you taught me so much. More than anything, you taught me what real love is. I've never had anyone love me like you did. Your love went deeper and was truer than any feeling that I have ever known. I miss you so effing much, and I feel so effing broken right now. I love you, babe. And Alla was 31 when she passed away.
Very young.
Yeah. And as for James, it's also really hard to find stuff on him because he's not super active literally anywhere. There's not much on him. And his Instagram is private. So I did not know this, and I don't know if you did, but James was still married and had 2 small children when he started his relationship with Alla. I don't think they mentioned this at all. I don't remember this. I don't remember them mentioning children or a wife.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. So James and Alla reconnected in November of 2018. This is where I'm like not sure, if they were actually together when she passed away. James and Alla started dating again, and then they took some time apart. He said, but in the end, our hearts are still attached to each other, and I'm still waiting for her. Then she was in and out of prison for various charges before her death. And like I said, not much on James. He's kind of fallen off the face of the planet or wants to be private.
Next up, Dominic and Mary. There is almost nothing. Dominic and Mary had a son named, I'm going to try to pronounce this, hope I don't butcher it, Ari Cristiano Dalla Nora, and possibly a second baby. And by all accounts, they seem very happy. And for Mary, at one point, she expressed some criticisms about WeTV production and how they handled the show and the type of content that they required to stay active on the show as a cast member. She basically said that they didn't have enough messed up drama to continue on, and they weren't interested in healthy relationships. I think that's true.
Yeah, I think that's true as well. They're not looking for the happily ever after. I mean, and you can see that as the seasons go on.
Mm-hmm.
But they got smart because it's a beloved show and it is going to go on for the unforeseeable future. So they got to make their money, Okay, here we go. Matt and Caitlin. Also very hard to find information on. I feel like these two could have fit in future seasons if they had stayed together. There would have been a lot more drama between these two, but they didn't end up together. So Matt Frazier is back in prison, and he is serving a lengthy sentence. and it's been after his split from Caitlyn, which has been a long time. So after their relationship ended, Fraser continued to have legal troubles, leading to his reincarceration. Following multiple rearrests, Matt was sentenced to over 37 years in prison on 8 charges. He's going to be in prison for a very long time.
Does that surprise you at all, though? I mean, like, he's a career criminal.
Yeah, he said it, and he admitted it, and he told her, and she knew it. And he knew he was going to go back to drugs, and he knew he was going to go back to crime, and so did Mom. And Mom was telling her too. So Caitlyn is very hard to find stuff on, but she does share a lot on her Instagram, which is, if you want to know about Caitlyn and you want to follow her daily for whatever reason, just go to her Instagram. It is public. She's obviously moved on with her life after ending her relationship with Matt. Her Instagram profile is @courageously_Caitlyn. She frequently posts updates. She revealed on a 2021 episode of Life After Lockup that she felt a huge weight was lifted after the split with Matt. Now Caitlyn, who we don't know if this is accurate or up to date because this is very old information. It says she still works in administrative roles and is considering getting her real estate license to further her career. Again, I don't know if she's done that. I can't find any information on that, whether that's accurate, whether it's up to date, or whether this is from years ago.
Next, we have Tracy and Clint. Now, Clint and Tracy split up after filming, and she fell even deeper into her addiction, which you think that's not possible, but she was in and out of jail, and she ended up having a baby by someone other than Clint. And she put that baby up for adoption at birth. But 1 week later, after the birth of her daughter, she died from acute meth toxicity.
That's sad. I didn't know about she put the baby up for adoption.
I mean, that was a good decision, being in the situation she was in.
Mm-hmm.
For Clint, after filming, he and Tracy were both arrested in Texas. Now, Tracy was found to have meth on her, and Clint, he just had a marijuana pipe. But he was booked and released. And after split from Tracy was final, I assume after their divorce, he met and married a woman named Jen. It's Gen, who by many accounts was a fan of his before she met him. And he moved from New Mexico, where his parents live, to Ohio to be with her. And he has a few arrests for marijuana possession in Ohio. He apparently never went and got his medical marijuana card in Ohio, and Ohio doesn't have reciprocity with New Mexico, making it at the time illegal. Currently in Ohio, recreational is legal, so he would not be getting arrested. But that doesn't change this. He says that he was diagnosed as bipolar, which we've talked about before, whether it's a mental health issue or drugs or both. And he's had several public meltdowns, including accusing his parents of not caring about him anymore and abandoning him. And all I have to say is Alice is a saint, and I stand by that. I believe this was a result of them finally putting their foot down and not sending him any more money to bail him out. Because he just assumes that they're going to give him what he needs. Because from what we can see, that's what they've done.
So in our Facebook group, someone said something today about Clint, which we never talked about, but they said maybe he has an intellectual disability, and I never considered that. But yeah, that could be part of it too, and that can cause, it can go hand in hand with mental illness as well. So yeah, maybe that's also the case. We won't know, but that could be why he relies on his parents so heavily. Why they watch over him so much, or I don't know, but he was married twice before Tracy, and then got married again, so there must be something appealing about Clint. I mean, he had his biggest fan, Jen, who married him. So,
Well,
I don't know.
He's had a rough way to go because his second wife, according to Starcasm, his second wife committed suicide a week after they got married, and then his current wife, Jen, stabbed him. So he's not having a great go of it, you know. And if
he
he's
had
got
another
mental
wife?
health, Jen,
Like between Tracy and Jen?
no, his
Oh.
second wife.
Okay, not the one at the restaurant one with the...
That's his first wife.
Okay. So now everyone's favorite throuple is Sarah, Michael, and Megan. All right. So Sarah, and they do go on in future episodes, correct? After what we've covered so
Yes.
far?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I can find on Sarah, that is hopefully as up to date as possible, is that she's still raising her 2 daughters. So at some point she moved in with a new boyfriend after her relationship with Michael ended. They say now she manages a restaurant, often bringing her children to work with her. So I don't know, again, I don't know how old this is, but it said that she has been reported to still be legally married to Michael. Now this could be old. That she stated that she and Michael are not living together and do not sleep in the same room. Again, don't know how old this is. Sarah is obviously no longer with him, and she clarified that the only other thing I can find that she has huge following on her social media accounts. She has a big following on Instagram, and just that she's just mom and she's just Sarah, and she just works, and then she does social media, and I believe she's on TikTok as well and YouTube, and that's it. So Michael, however, has continued his career as a criminal, and he has a very, very long rap sheet, and I can't find that this man has done literally anything else other than continue to get arrested. So he managed to remain out of police custody for roughly 7 months before being arrested for felony narcotics possession in December of 2018. All right, then in November 2020, he was in jail again in Florida, this time for felony child neglect. He was responsible for watching a young male child at a Daytona Beach hotel, and Michael left this child for more than 5 hours, and during which time a witness saw the unsupervised child rotate from the beach to the pool deck, to the ocean, to the pool, and to the jacuzzi all alone, and playing with another hotel guest's child on the beach. So eventually this kid approached the hotel staff and asked for food because he didn't have any food for 5 hours. And so the hotel manager decided, hey, this kid is unsupervised, and placed a call to 911. And Michael later told the police that he went to get the child gummy snacks and his car broke down. And as a result, the child was left unsupervised at the hotel from roughly 2 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. at night.
Goodness.
Yeah, great, right? So then let's fast forward to December 29th of 2021. So Michael's arrested in Florida and charged with being a fugitive from justice. So the Volusia County Department of Corrections website stated that Michael was released on January 20th, 2022. All right. And then on March 16th of 2023, Michael was arrested again after an altercation with his girlfriend Maria in front of Big Daddy's Liquors in Miami after someone called the police about the argument. They arrived on the scene and got into it with Michael, and as a result, he was charged with felony count of battery on a police officer and a felony count of resisting an officer with violence. July 5th, 2024, Michael's arrested again and charged with felony aggravated battery, felony aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, and a misdemeanor resisting an officer without violence after another altercation with the police. This time, the police were responding to a call from Michael's neighbor over July 4th fireworks dispute. So, I mean, keeping up with the Michael that we all know and love. He's just a POS. Just keeps on getting arrested. So Megan, however, very, very hard to find much on her. She is active on social media. She's focused on her music career, writing and recording new songs to get back to her passion that she apparently ignored while she was in her relationship with Michael. She has a song in the works. Don't know how old this is. It may be out now. I don't know. Apparently, she recorded this song with Michael's cousin, and she's hopeful for success in music. I don't know that she's successful in music because I've never heard of her music. And then she's also looking for the possibility of being on radio. I could not find that she's in any sort of relationship. Definitely not a serious relationship. At one point, she was dating a man who she actually met through Michael, and she also had a pen pal who was incarcerated in North Carolina, and she was talking to him for about 5 months. So again, don't know much about her. I guess I could stalk her social media and watch her TikToks and stuff, but I just don't feel like it.
Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany and Marcelino are unfortunately separated and likely on their way to a divorce, if not already there. She owns a cleaning company called Wonder Woman Cleaning. She briefly moved her and her kids from Las Vegas to Florida before returning not too long afterward. According to her social media, she was able to make contact with her first 2 children, and it appears they have a decent relationship, a relationship of some nature, which is fantastic to hear. And she appears to be doing well and has written a book you can read for all of her inside information, which I would read it. I like Brittany.
Is it out or is it still in the works?
I think it's out. I didn't pull the title of it.
Yeah, I think I'd read that. That's great that she actually is in touch with her 2 children that she had to give up for adoption. That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, Marcelino followed Brittany to Florida and returned to Las Vegas with his family as well. There's a picture of them with one other individual, and fans got really excited thinking that they had worked it out, but she took to her social media and clarified that they are not together, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be something that's going to happen. And he doesn't appear to have any social media, and if he does, they may be set to private, but I wasn't able to find anything on him.
I wonder. I'm actually really going to look for her book now. I want to know how Marcelino actually really was. I wonder if she has that in her book.
I don't know. It may not be about him. It may just be about her.
Yeah. I want to look it up because I just really want to know how he actually was, and like, I don't know why they're divorced. I don't think she really says it anywhere, or getting divorced.
Yeah. That's it. That's everybody. Anything surprise you?
No. But I did just finish watching the episode we're going to cover next week, which is going to be on the continuation of season 2 of Love After Lockup, which came after season 2 Life After Lockup, because it goes on forever. And it is getting good now, and these episodes are going to be a lot more interesting, and therefore it's going to make our podcast a lot more interesting because it's a shit show.
Yeah, I like that we have a new cast. I desperately needed that.
And Angela and Tony are back.
There we go. So that's about it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed the podcast, head over to Apple or Spotify to rate and review. If you'd like to continue the conversation, join our group on Facebook at Love After Lockup, Locked Down. Listen every Wednesday wherever you find your podcasts, and keep those notifications on to be the first to catch bonus episodes.
And in the meantime, don't fall in love.
And don't get locked up.
First date at Walmart, keeping it low. Told a clerk, don't judge me, I'm on parole. I brought roses, okay, 1 rose from a gas station. She said, "Aw, babe, now that's validation. We be vibing in a halfway suite. Microwave dinners, romance elite. She my ride or die, she brought me a phone, even snuck it in once. Pre-release song. She hold me down like a key-o with charm, except she don't mace me or twist my arm. We write vows in Sharpie on my court docs. Judge said no contact, but we beat the clocks. Love after lockup, cuffed and proud. Matching jumpsuits, now we rockin' the crowd. She said, "Don't mess up," I said, "Bet." Now we're TikTok stars with no regrets. So here's the love and second chance thrill. From a concrete bed to Netflix and chill. They said don't catch feelings, but I caught a case of butterflies, girl, not just in one place. Ankle monitor beep. Oops, curfew gotta bounce.